big news for Raiders fans. The Las Vegas Raiders have made a big move. They've officially signed linebacker Landon Roberts, as reported by Adam Schwer. It's a one-year deal worth $3 million, a smart value-based signing. Now Roberts is 30 years old, so this isn't some long-term commitment. But trust me, this guy is going to play a big role for the Raiders this season. I've watched his tape, and we'll break that down in a moment. But before we dive into that, there's something else we need to talk about. Some Raider fans aren't happy with how free agency has gone so far. Many feel like not enough has been done, but is that really the case? I have some thoughts on this, and I think by the time we're done, you might feel a little better about the situation. Oh, and there's more. The Raiders also signed a cornerback, and we'll get into that soon, but let's focus on Landon Roberts first, because this move could be bigger than you think. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Why great defenses always have great linebackers? This isn't surprising at all. Look around the league. Wherever you see a great defensive coordinator, you'll find top-tier linebackers. It's just how football works. Take Robert Saleh, for example. Back when he was with the San Francisco 49ers, he had Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, two elite linebackers. Then he moves to the New York Jets. And suddenly they have one of the best linebacker groups in the league. Coincidence? Not at all. Great coaching elevates players. Now let's talk about Robert Spain. When he was with the Steelers, he wasn't anything special. But the moment he joined Patrick Graham's system with the Raiders, he became a completely different player. That's what a great defensive coordinator does. He brings the best out of his guys. But let's be real, Landon Roberts isn't Robert Spain. Will he have the same impact? Probably not, but here's the big question. Is the difference between them really worth $8 million? Think about it, that's the price of a starting offensive guard in the NFL. Would I have been upset if the Raiders gave Spain a $1 million contract? No. But would it have been a smart financial decision? Probably not. The NFL is all about getting value for your money. And that's exactly why signing Landon Roberts makes sense at 30 years old. This guy plays violent football. You see it in every snap. He hits hard, he fights through blocks, and he plays with an attitude for just $3 million. He's a bargain. This is why I believe the Raiders made the right move. Chances are Roberts will outplay his contract, and when the time comes, they can decide whether to keep him or replace him at the end of the day. This was a smart, calculated signing. The kind of move that can make a real difference. Landon Roberts isn't just another linebacker, he's a two-time Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots. That kind of experience brings leadership toughness and a winning mentality to any team. But here's the thing, he's not Robert Spain. Spain made his mark with the Raiders in ways that Roberts likely won't. Why? Because Roberts is a run stop, not a coverage guy. His strength is stuffing the run, hitting hard, and dominating the trenches. That tells us something interesting about the Raiders' defensive strategy for next season. For the past 2 years, Patrick Graham handpicked his linebackers Spain and Divine Diablo, but now both are gone, and the Raiders are bringing in downhill physical defenders like Roberts. That means we might be seeing a big shift in defensive philosophy. So what's changing? It looks like the Raiders are moving toward a cover 3 style defense, similar to what Pete Carroll has run for years. If that's the case, expect to see a stacked box focused on shutting down the run. The philosophy, stop the run first, then force the QB into uncomfortable throws. This approach is the opposite of what Vic Fangio does, where he plays 2 safeties deep and dares teams to run. Instead, the arid ERS might be saying, you want to run, not today. We're loading the box, try to beat us in the air. This shift in strategy makes sense, especially with the way the Raiders are building their roster. And as we move forward, it'll be interesting to see how they continue shaping this new defensive identity. But that's not all. There's another key signing that tells us even more about where this defense is headed. Let's talk about that next. A defensive gamble, high-risk, high-reward defensive strategies in the NFL are like chess. Some coaches play aggressive, some play cautious, but the best ones always stay 2 steps ahead. Take Vic Fangio, Brian Flores and Patrick Graham, for example. These guys love playing 2 safeties deep, making the offense think they have an open run lane. But here's the trick. As soon as the ball is snapped, one of those safeties crashes down into the box. What does that do? It creates a split-second gamble. Will the defensive line win their battles? Will the safety arrive in time to stop the run? If the defense guesses right, the offense is trapped. If they guess wrong, big plays happen now, T.